Alrighty, so now we're into our third topic in the unit, and we're looking at emotion and cognition. So this is for the cognitive level of analysis, cognitive approach to behavior, and can also be used for an etiology of PTSD as well. So we've got three lessons here. We're looking at fear conditioning, then looking at the role of the amygdala and the hippocampus in this relationship. So we've looked at the working memory models, and now we're looking at how emotion, in this case stress, can affect memory both a positive and a negative way. Now, the concept of fear conditioning is really key to understanding PTSD, and it's pretty key to understanding be able to explain the role of stress and cortisol on memory. So the Baby Albert study is used here really the goal here is that they know what fear conditioning is. I would really reinforce to students, don't use Baby Albert in exams because there's no real place for it, but it's used here it's a fascinating study, it's famous, and it helps them learn about fear conditioning. Key term tennis, you've probably played this before if you've used my other units. Yeah, there's a link to the blog post probably in the unit plan on how to play this game if you want to know. Alright, so here's the table. So, I would give them a little bit more time to keep working on this, so they've got some really good detailed notes. Alright, how to train your dragon. Problem solving here, just tell them they've got a dragon, they want to know how to sit. How would they do that? And then also, let's say he keeps setting the house on fire, how would they get him to be afraid of fire? Without hurting him could be a good way to do it. And how would they do this? And what we're hoping here is they're going to come up with, ideas related to, behaviorism and reinforced learning, right? Operant conditioning. And that's what fear conditioning is based on. And here they might come up with something related, similar to fear conditioning, but maybe not. But that's just what we're going to get them to talk about. That they know these processes by instinct and by what they know about how to train a pet, and we're just going to bring them to the forefront. Then a bit of chalk and talk. So there's a bit of vocabulary here, and I'll change this so they come up one at a time. But we're just going to explain what fear conditioning is. And then, I can use an example with training my dragon. Right, so this is going to make those abstract ideas a little bit more concrete. And then we can watch the video, and now they know what the process of fear conditioning is. Hopefully in this video they're trying to see how this study demonstrates that process, and that's the goal for today. So hopefully by the end of the video they can answer this question in their workbooks. What I would do, homework. I mean, there's lots of tables, and in this workbook I put in lots of spaces for notes, especially notes on key studies. So good thing to keep reminding students to go back and make sure they are always up to date. And then the next lesson we look at the role of the amygdala in fear conditioning, as well as the studies that can be used to show the effect of fear or stress on memory.